Yo, what is going on, you cheeseless pizza loving cherub? Today, we're going to be playing some games with Inteleon Rapid Strike Urshifu. Before we take a look at the list and talk about that, I just want to give a big shout out to PokemonCard.io. That's where I upload all of the lists from all the videos that I do on this YouTube channel. From here, I upload them over there so you guys can quickly and easily import them over to PTCGO so you guys can use them as well. And a bunch of other people upload lists over there as well. So if you're just looking for something new to try out, go ahead and check out those lists as well. PokemonCard.io, link in the description. So go check it out. So let's take a look at the list we're playing. I'm basically just playing Alex Szymanski's Rapid Strike Urshifu Inteleon, or I was going to say Rapid Strike Urshifu Inteleon VMAX. Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX with Inteleon build. And of course, the big thing about this build that Alex kind of popularized is the 2 of Karate Belt, which is just such a powerful card in general. And sometimes you only need one, but of course, prizes can get involved when you play just the one. And of course, you could prize both if you play 2, but the chances of you prizing both if you play 2 is way less than prizing 1 if you play 1. So playing 2, not only does it give you potentially multiple uses out of the card throughout a game, or being able to use both of them throughout a game, also way less likely that you're going to prize both of them if you play 2. So a lot of strength from that as well. The only card I changed is I cut the Tool Scrapper and I added in the Cobalion GX with that Iron Rule GX. I've been seeing a ton of people putting this card in a bunch of different decks recently, or I've been seeing it in a bunch of different decks recently. I was like, well, it kind of could work in here to help us buy a turn to maybe get off more quick shootings from the Inteleon, or give us more time to find that Karate Belt plus Rapid Strike energy combo. And of course, Iron Rule says we use our GX attack for 1 colorless energy, and then our opponent can't attack on their next turn. So they pretty much can't do anything. So if we're like, we just need another turn to, find the Karate Belt or find the Rapid Strike energy, or to use a couple more quick shootings, we can just go Iron Rule for the turn. And the big thing about it as well, it only has 1 retreat cost. So we can only attach fighting energy to it anyways, because we can't attach Rapid Strike energy to it, but we have the fighting energy, we attach it to the Cobalion, and then we Iron Rule, and then we retreat it next turn to attack with something else. So theoretically works out pretty well. I had played 0 games with it, and I played very few games with Rapid Strike Urshifu Inteleon in general, so I'm going to probably be making a couple mistakes today, but we're going to do some learning together. It is a super fun deck to play, so that's why we're playing some games with today. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. All right, getting into our first one here. We did win the coin flip, so we will be going first. Want to set up for like a turn 2 Gale Thrust, or even G-Max Rapid Flow, depending on the situation. Got a Sommel start. Urshifu VMAX in the hand. I think that's the Dene in here as well. Which, I mean, kind of want to go like quick ball away the boss. Yeah, quick ball away boss. Grab the Urshifu. We did prize a couple Urshifus. Jirachi is there, which is very important. I could calm away the Dene, so we don't get like cheese one energy housed, so we can go like get this down so they can't go like we can quick ball away the top deck for the Dene unless we top deck a supporter, or if they Marnie us, so they can't go like house for 1 energy and then just boss KO this next turn. So to stop that, we're gonna play down the item cards and just put Jirachi in play to prevent any kind of shenanigans. I guess, like, yeah, they could do something, and they could even like set up enough Calyrex V this turn where they go like house for 1 and then like double Calyrex V and have 4 energy in play and do 130, which is 260 because we're weak to Psychic. So if we don't get the Jirachi down, then that could get annoying. But for them to even KO the Jirachi, they need 5 energy, which is quite a bit more energy to need. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable about this initial setup. And then we got the quick ball from draw support. Next turn, turn 2 VMAX hitting either with the G-Max Rapid Flow, Crushing Hammer. I have yet to see Crushing Hammer in Shadow Rider. Usually the deck feels like you always want more consistency cards. My opponent with a little bit of a switch up on the build though here, adding Crushing Hammers to the Shadow Rider build. We'll see how it does for them. First one's a whiff, but I'm sure they're packing 4 of them, and who knows, maybe even, was there any special energy removal right now? Like, I'm trying to think. I was about to say Enhanced Hammer, but now that I'm thinking of, oh, they have the fan of Waves. There is Fan of Waves. Who knows, maybe they play a Fan of Waves as well for maximum. Maybe Yell Grunt as well, who knows, just more energy disruption stuff. Or the new supporter, the name is eluding me, but there's a new supporter that like removes energy as well. So they're going with the Cresselia here off the start. They got the switch. They're most definitely going to be able to get off this Crescent Glow. We can knock this out this turn with a Gale Thrust, no problem. It does have the fighting resistance, but it only effectively has 150 HP. So we're definitely going to do that this turn. Just get this knockout. And this is actually a pretty big knockout to get if they ever put it down at the Dene or a Crobat into play. Now we can actually keep the Dene around and go for this Drizzile, which we want to get out anyway. So definitely would rather get out the Drizzile here and go ahead and grab ourselves a Research. try and draw a way to move our active. Could be an energy. Hopefully it's not. I don't really want to use an energy to move my Drizzile. Hopefully it's some kind of switch card. Found the escape rope. And you know what? To be honest, I think I'd rather punch this horse anyways. The one thing we didn't draw here, I definitely would have liked to have drawn, was another Urshifu. So we're going to get this Sobble. So we can get to a Drizzile next turn. I'm going to go an escape rope. Send up to Urshifu. And we'll get the hit in here. Yeah, I don't really need to hit Cresselia. I would much rather hit this horse, especially when they had such a slow turn 1. They might not even be able to evolve it, which means you could KO it next turn and remove 3 energy from play, which would be huge. But my opponent does have 4 energy in play, so if they are able to find a path to the peak here, they can put me in a pretty bad spot pretty quickly here. Pretty bad, pretty quick. That'd be pretty bad. Well, for us, pretty good for them. On our next turn, though, we're going to Evolution Incense, get another Drizzile. We got the Research, and we're going to get a Calm, and we're just going to have to check our prize cards a little bit and decide what we want to calm back. Because if we have the other VMAX in the deck, then we prize an Inteleon quick shooting, we probably want to calm back the a quick shooting. But if we prize the other VMAX, then we definitely want to calm this back, especially the other quick shootings in the deck. Because we usually only set up 2 quick shootings in Inteleons, and that's usually more than enough anyways. So it's like not that important for us to set up more than that. But yeah, that would be our line we're looking for. Usually Evolution Incense, get Drizzile to get Calm, and then decide, check our prize cards a little bit, and pick which one of these is going back to the deck, because one of them has to go back. We can't keep them all out here. We got to get rid of one of them here. Which one do we want to save is really just the big question. They do have the VMAX here. They have the Calyrex VMAX here. I wasn't sure if they're going to be able to get it or not, but they do get it here. They are going to be able to hit us pretty hard. They basically set up a 2-hit KO here on us for 160. We probably are going to use a GMAX Rapid Flow. We'll see, once again, what we draw. So we're going to get Drizzile, quick shootings here, VMAX is here. So I'll probably conserve the VMAX, to be honest. Oh, no. Of all things, the Calm is prized. All right. I mean, I guess that's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of unfortunate. Yeah. It's just kind of unfortunate. It's not that big of a deal. We can just go ahead and get a quick ball instead. We do need to set up another V here. And we didn't prize either of them. So we do have access to like the second VMAX and Italian stuff. We did prize 2 Vs. Oh, that's right. We already went through that. Pricing 2 Vs. All right, quick ball. Evolve this Inteleon. So we have to figure out where this damage is going, to be honest, from the Inteleon. Not too sure where I want it yet. Let me go ahead and grab this V real fast. Probably to the active. And I'm going to go ahead and place Research. We might be able to do something funky and actually Gale Thrust instead. Which I wouldn't hate doing. We didn't draw into a clean way to Gale Thrust, though, so we're definitely going with this GMAX Rapid Flow. The question is just, where does the damage go? Probably active and the benched V. They have a 0-card hand. I just kind of realized that, to be honest. I don't think that really changes anything, but I did just kind of realize that. So we'll be doing only 90 damage to the active, so they'll have 110 HP left. So I think I'm going to be pinging the benched one here then. I think that makes a little bit more sense in my head anyways. And then yeah, GMAX Rapid Flow, these two. I could still go after the Cresselia at some point, but it doesn't seem to make a whole ton of sense to do that right now. And then we'll see what my opponent has, and we'll see what we do from here. One big thing is that we did prize our other Vs. So we can't really make the play where we go like Karate Belt Rapid Strike energy next turn and then go with a 100 Furious Blows. Like, that's what we'd like to do. That's a pretty good top deck in the Crobat from my opponent. And it kind of makes me wish I had gone after the Cresselia, because then we're just like KO on this and KO on the Crobat away from winning the game. So if I had gone KO Cresselia here, we'd be able to go KO Crobat, KO active, even possibly on the next turn to win the game. Because our active's getting knocked out this turn. This is where things get a little bit scary, especially because we prized that other V. If we didn't prize the other, if we had like another V to put on our bench this turn, I would feel a lot more comfortable. But because we did prize it, I don't feel very comfortable at all in our current situation. And it's not, I don't think it's looking great for us. We're going to see, we just really need one more attack though. We just need one more GMAX Rapid Flow comboed with like the Passimian, and we should be able to win. So I guess it is actually possible we win this turn, right? Because we could go Passimian. Well, this has 210. We would need a lot, but it is possible because we can go Evolve to VMAX, Karate Belt to the VMAX, Karate Belt Evolve. We could do, if we Passimian, we can do, how much is it? 150. Oh no, I guess we are a little damage short. We're going to be a little damage short, I guess, actually there. So maybe we should try and pull off the Cobalion GX attack here so they can't attack on the next turn, and then next turn look for the, we'll give ourselves a little bit more time to do the quick shootings. So maybe we'll look for Cobalion here actually, and then try and find that Rapid Strike energy. Plus, I kind of wish I had one more bench space to work with, so maybe I shouldn't have put down this Sobble actually. Maybe putting down the Sobble was a a mistake on my part. Putting down the Salvo could have been pretty bad, actually. Now that I'm looking back at it, I kind of don't really need... I mean, having a Drizzile option for Drizzile is great, but I think I'd rather have the option for the Dene plus Cobalion instead of Salvo plus Cobalion. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now in my head. I'm like, well, I kind of wish I had that bench space back just a little bit. I just want it back a little bit. But I think we'll go for the Cobalion play here, and we'll see how it works out. I mean, that's why we added it to the deck, to try and use it in these situations where we just need like extra turns of quick shooting to set up the play, or extra turns to kind of find rapid strike energy or the karate belt combo. So they're doing 250. So if we VMAX this, they could one hit KO this. So I'm gonna send up the Urshifu here. I think ship that to the active. Maybe I should just send up the Inteleon instead, but I might want to strafe is the thing I was thinking. We could send up the Jirachi, but I guess I can't put my stadium in play anyways. So I think I actually will send up Jirachi here. If they KO it, I don't really care if they KO it at this point. And then Marnie. And we know what our game plan is. Okay, we got the VMAX. We got a level ball for a Drizzile. I don't think... So the VMAX is good. Level ball for Drizzile. Maybe for quick ball for Dede change. Are we trying to Dede change this turn? I don't hate the idea of it because we need to find a lot still. Also, how many pings do we need? We need a lot of pings as well. This does give them an out to win the game this turn though if I put the VMAX in play, but it is my last VMAX. If I don't put it in play and they KO this, which is easier to KO, that could get worse for us. So I think I should VMAX here. So this thing has 190, but if it stays in the active, I think we need to ping the bench one first, because this one could go to the bench. I should go to this Drizzile. I might go for this quick ball play. Hang on, I'm taking a look at the deck real fast. We could go for the reset stamp as well, or we could evolution incense for. This one has 160 left. Could because I do want to get the Passimian in. Oh, Passimian is prize. Okay, Passimian is prize, so Passimian is not an option anymore. Scratch that. No more Passimian. So let's go with quick ball for the Dene, I think, but I don't have to do it this turn. I could just take the quick ball. But I kind of want to do it this turn so I could set up an extra energy in play. And then we do need the quick, because we don't have access to Passimian. I think we have to get the second quick shooting now to get enough damage in play to actually be able to KO both of these. So we need to start quick shooting like extra quick shootings right now. It has to happen. Because this one has 140 left, and I think that will make the difference, and be enough quick shootings to do it. So the question is just, do we Dede change right now or not? I don't really want a Marnie next turn anyways, and I could find reset stamp, which puts my opponent on a little bit, like it hurts their hand size a little bit. So I kind of like the idea of the Dene right now. We're gonna go with it. Got the karate belt, got the energy, so those are both great hits, of course. And now we can retreat anything into this and attack next turn to win the game. The question is, does my opponent have win this turn? They have Swell in play, so it's unlikely that they even play Path of the Peak. So they do need the maximum. I mean, they need the full damage to do 330 damage. And ideally, I wouldn't have even Dede changed, or I wouldn't have even evolved to a VMAX. What I ideally would have done is just have 2 Vs in play and be like, okay, no matter what you KO, you can't win the game. But because of how I drew with the only VMAX in my hand and prizing 2 Vs, I couldn't really make that line of play. I would love to have made that line of play, but you can't do it when you don't have access to it. So we got to go with this route and then just kind of hope my opponent doesn't have the boss. And they have, what, 3, 9, 10. So they need one more energy and a boss. One more energy and a boss, and they'll be able to KO my Urshifu VMAX. There's really nothing I can do about it. So there's the boss. Do they have the energy, though, is the question. That's their supporter for the turn, so they don't have any more supporters. That's it. They can't play Marnie or Research or Marnie. That's it. No more of that. We got our thing fully set up. Another cute play that they could have made. Oh, and there's the energy. Another cute play they can make, and you guys can try and take advantage of this as well, is if you, against Urshifu as Shadow Rider, if you whiff the one-hit KO and you're afraid of the G-Max Rapid Flow, you can always just use Shadow Mist for a turn and kind of stall. Because if they can't put the Rapid Strike energy in play, they can't actually get the knockout. So you can always do that for a turn. You can use the Shadow Mist. So my opponent here, taking their sweet time. They have the knockout. They have the 11 energy. So we're going to go ahead and hit the concede button here. But yeah, took an L here. It was close-ish at the end. But yeah, pricing the 2 Urshifu really didn't let me play the game how I wanted to. I would have loved to have just put down 2 Urshifu Vs on that last turn and just kind of chilled. But sometimes prize cards gets involved. And when you kind of play this matchup to draw 6 prize cards in one turn, you're not really getting any early prize cards. And then you don't get access to them. And then sometimes the game just doesn't go your way because you didn't get access to those prize cards. But yeah, one more Urshifu V in the deck, I think I would have felt a lot more confident. But didn't work out that way this time. All right, here we go again, getting into another one up against the Magical Meteor. Just waiting for them to call the flip, and it looks like we won again, so we're gonna go first, and look for that turn to Gale Thrust like we had in that the last game, and the hand looks pretty good for it, to be honest. Actually, our hand is really, really good. We can level ball for a Sobble, quick ball the top deck to grab ourselves another Urshifu V, and we're just gonna be in business here, to be honest. We're gonna be in a really good spot. I don't like giving up the Karate Belt, but I think it has to go. We're up against a Salamence deck. Another deck that's resistance to fighting. And to be honest, I've never played this matchup, so it's going to be interesting. I have no idea what to expect in this one. Grab the Sobble. Oh, no, I was supposed to grab the Urshifu. Well, I've already messed up, so here we go. This level ball is also going to grab a Sobble now. So we'll put down our Sobbles. Air Balloon to the bench Sobble. Attach and pass. Okay, so I've already messed up, as you can see. This list does play Mew, though, so we have Mew in here. Yeah, I was thinking, my mind was on Sobble, but I was thinking a little bit ahead to the level balls. Should have quick balled, like I said, for another Urshifu. Would have guaranteed had a hit in on this turn, which would have been great. Guaranteed to have the hit is always a good thing. We can still get a hit this turn, and we might even be able to pull off a VMAX Rapid Flow, which we'd love to do to, take out some of our opponent's Sobbles potentially, and really limit their, excuse me, draw power on their turn. Because Inteleon-based decks are very reliant on Sobble into Drizzile to consistently pull off, their game plans turn to turn. So now my bonus bench is already full. They have a ton of stuff out here. And I think I'm going to try and maybe just draw my prize cards on double Sobble plus Kricketune into Dene. I think that might be the game plan here. We'll see. There's that Rapid Strike energy. I was talking about that we can maybe draw into this Drizzile. Because I'm going to go with the KO on the double Sobbles for sure. The question is just where do we go from there? Yeah, I have no clue. Research got plenty of Drizziles, more than enough Drizziles. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a Switch or Escape Rope. But we might want to save the Escape Rope for a later use. It would push the Kricketune out of the active, which could make a difference, to be honest, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I could be wrong, though. We might want the Mew. I'm thinking about getting the Sobble because we do have a Drizzile in hand. However, Salamence does snipe, which I don't like, so we're going to get Mew. And then VMAX Rapid Flow, KO both their Sobbles. Limits their turn maybe a little bit. Maybe they're actually more so going for the big attack on the Salamence VMAX with a triple acceleration energy, actually. That could be more so what they're going for. With Inteleons to kind of get the damage a little bit higher, so you're actually doing enough. I think it does 240 damage. It's been a while since I've seen a Salamence VMAX. So you got the powerful that gets you to 260. You get the Inteleon pings. Yeah, so I think they're maybe going more so with a max wings approach than a Sonic Double, but you could still Sonic Double as well. So may as well play around that as well. Because they can go Sonic Double, hit 2 Urshifus into max wings, plus a couple Inteleon pings KO them. So I still like the idea of actually getting the Mew in play, I guess. Because if they had whiffed the triple here, they would definitely go with a Sonic Double on both my Urshifus. And I don't really like that. So it's probably still fine to have gotten the Mew. And with the end happening here, or the Marnie happening, we lose our Drizziles and hopefully don't get punished. Looks like we might have to grab it to Dene with this Calm, which you don't love to see, but not that big of a deal. And like I said, I think we're just going to kind of let our opponent KO us, and then I'm going to go KO Kricketune, KO to Dene with Passimian plus a Karate Belt. Did draw our second boss, so we're out of boss at this point, which is never a good thing to be out of, especially if your opponent knows you're out of it. And we do have our second Karate Belt in the deck, which is good. Of course, our opponent doesn't for sure know we're out. I mean, they might have an idea once they see 2 bosses at the discard pile. It's pretty common for most builds to play. What's it called? You know what I'm saying? 2 boss. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go down that route still, though. Quick shooting, and then go. We could even Psy Power this turn, to be honest. No, I kind of want them to KO my VMAX. So let's do this, and then play the Marnie. Although maybe I shouldn't put the Karate Belt in play yet, because now my opponent could well, they can't use his attack next turn, right? Yeah, he can't use it. No, I'm still feeling pretty good. Treat and Strafe. And then we're going to like feed them the VMAX here, because if they KO it, we get access to Karate Belt, which means we should be able to pull off the win on this next turn, I would think. Got the quick ball for the Passimian. We would just need VMAX plus an energy, and yeah, any energy. It doesn't even have to be a Rapid Strike energy. And then we just go KO Kricketune and KO to Dene. Actually, no, we would be 10 damage short, actually, on that play. We would be actually 10 damage short. Here comes a 60 hit from my opponent. Draw for turn is research. We're going to use that here in just a second. Get rid of this. We could still use the Cobalion. Let's get rid of the Jirachi GX instead. But we still have plenty of time. We have a ton of time to be able to like close out this game, so I'm not worried about anything yet. Here comes the Urshifu, and I can G-Max Rapid Flow this turn. And to be honest, I don't see a reason not to. We can go ahead and hit up the Dene and Kricketune. Put another ping on the Cricket. I don't have room for the Passimian on my bench, obviously, but we might not need it. Just go ahead and hit up Cricket to Dene. And then we have one Inteleon online, and there's another one in the deck. This has 20 HP left, and this has 40. So we have the Quick Shooting, plus we have Psi Power. So that's 50, and then 60, 70 from another Inteleon. So if we find the other Inteleon, we win this turn. If not, we'll probably win on the next turn. I guess it is possible for my opponent to win the game in 2 turns as well, though, because this is just a ping away on the bench. So they could do, I don't know, they could get another powerful energy, and they could hit our active for 80. And then next turn, they can go Max Wings KO with a triple acceleration energy while using a quick shooting from their own Inteleon to KO my benched Urshifu VMAX. So it is possible we lose before my opponent. Feeling pretty confident right now, but nothing's guaranteed at this point, and we could definitely lose. It really comes down to, do they find another powerful energy this turn? I think that's actually super important for my opponent to find. So let's see if they find that powerful energy this turn. I guess they could just go Max Wings as well. They don't find the other powerful energy, so now it's not possible for them to actually take 2 knockouts next turn. I don't believe so. 270, this is doing 260. Yeah, it shouldn't be possible, I don't think. Go ahead, place Escape Rope. Doesn't matter what they send up, because we're just going to send up the Mew. And I can actually also Quick Shooting KO the Kricketune. I might have some ways to find Pokemon in my prize cards. I actually don't know, so we could just kind of go for it and see what happens. But let's go ahead and play the Marnie first, and let's see if we draw that other Inteleon, because if we just draw the Inteleon, then we just win. We did not draw the Inteleon. It is in the top half of our deck, so I don't want to shuffle. So I think I am going to draw the prize cards here, because to see if we maybe have a Calm or Evolution Incense prize. I actually don't know. It's a Quick Ball. That's not going to do it. And that is a Rapid Strike energy. That is also not going to do it. So we're going to Psi Power 1, 2, 3 on the Dedenne. But like I said, my opponent didn't get a second powerful energy, so they can't knock out 2 Urshifus in one try. I don't think they could Quick Shooting KO this, but then this has 270 HP. Which I guess they could Boss Stamp us, and then maybe I can't move this. I do have a Rapid Strike energy in hand, but if they stamp us, I guess no, but I always have this Quick Shooting to KO the Dedenne, right? So they would have to heal this Dedenne, or yeah, this is Dedenne. I always get the KO on the Dedenne. So they have to actually KO this Inteleon plus ping this. And then I have Mew to Psi Power. So I guess I always win in that scenario. So I always get the dub. We set it up there, checkmated them. We didn't even have to let them KO our Urshifu like we planned to get the Karate Belt active. And at the end of the day, it didn't matter. And we got a pretty clean dub there. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video with some Urshifu games. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you did, be sure to give the video a like. If you're new here and want to see more, be sure you subscribe and hit the bell. I've been trying out a lot of like editing. I've always really enjoyed video editing. I've never really done a whole ton of it in my videos. Obviously, if you've watched my videos for a while, you know that. So I'm going to try out doing more editing like I did in the intro of this video in my future videos, and stuff like the GLC video that I did 2 days ago. So if you guys like the editing, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you soon.